That's a terrible noise. Sorry. Hi guys, I'm Amy. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a book review for all of you today, and that is going to be The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. This is a book that I mentioned in my last reading wrap-up, so if you're interested to hear some thoughts that are a little bit more in-depth than all that goodness, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alrighty, so The House on Mango Street is a bit of a modern classic here. This is the story about a girl named Esperanza who's growing up in the 70s in inner city Chicago. She is of Mexican descent, and this is just really her growing up story. And this book has a lot of autobiographical elements to it, but not nearly to the degree of something such as A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And I'm going to be honest, despite the fact that this book is very tiny, set in a completely different time, about a person of a completely different culture, I got a lot of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn vibes while reading this, and you all know that's one of my favorite books, so I absolutely loved that experience and this experience as well. So I'm going to just say it right now, definite 5 out of 5 star read for me. Originally I thought I was going to give it a 4-star rating, but when I was talking about it in my wrap-up, I was just like, no, I love this book. Like, this is a 5-star read, absolutely. So one of the reasons that I really, really enjoyed this book is because at the beginning of this specific edition, there is a lengthy introduction from Cisneros. And in it, she's talking about herself and how she came to be as a writer, and she developed, and how this book came to be, and how her goal was to write a story that you could open to any page and start reading and know exactly what was going on, or get enough of what was going on to enjoy it. And she absolutely succeeded in this book. This book, like I mentioned, is really short, and the chapters obviously are very short as well. I guess not technically, obviously, but they're very short chapters. Some are only a few pages, but within these chapters, it's almost like a short story collection that creates a whole narrative. I guess you could argue that for any book that has chapters, or all books that have chapters, but this is, you could literally open to any specific section and get a story within it. And some of these stories are so short, but just give you this whole experience in such a short amount of time, and I was amazed by this. Cisneros' writing style is also very concise and condensed, and at times it can be a little bit repetitive with specific words that she uses, and I got very much, that was a weird pause, I apologize, very much Hemingway vibes from it. And a lot of you may know I really enjoy Hemingway's writing. I haven't read a ton of his works, but I've read a short story collection by him and A Movable Feast, which I also really, really loved. And I love books that can really pare down the words and just make it really raw and real to me. And that's exactly what this book did. You got to know Esperanza in these little snippets, and I really, really enjoyed it. Please ignore my dog, Loki. He's licking. That's a terrible noise. Sorry. Anyways, we're gonna keep going, full steam ahead. But I loved this book, guys, and it's absolutely worth reading. I completely understand why this book is studied in schools and at universities, and it's just such a quick read. It's a book that really, I think, should be read in one sitting. It's totally possible to do that. And if you can get your hands on this 25th anniversary edition, I absolutely, like I said, recommend the introduction. I enjoyed that just as much of the story. And there are 2 chapters that I just want to mention really quick that were favorites for me. For someone who has read this book, maybe you feel the same. One of which was, let's see here, obviously, oh, maybe it was just the one. Oh no, there's the other one. Papa Who Wakes Up Tired in the Dark, and the second of which was 4 Skinny Trees. Guys, this book is amazing. Go read it if you haven't, and if you have read it, let's chat about it in the comments. We're gonna make this one short and sweet, just like this book and just like her writing. So, like I said, say hi down in the comments. Let's chat about this book. If you like this video, please like it. If you loved it, subscribe, because I'd love to see more of you guys around here, and we will see you in my next video. Happy reading!